so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Dallas Cowboys. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Check out. Line 40. Down to lose one.
Now a first down throw, locked, and nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Out of the gun, Love. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, here's Luck. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Hey, get in the weight room. Mike, check, 59.
Hey, I'm coming after you.
A shotgun snap for Love. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, it's Love. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. On second down, it's Pollard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. Now this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's third and short.
Big ass. Come on. Motion, check. Shift.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
You don't want none. Motion.
On first down, Jefferson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the Rams' 15-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12.
Monday. Undercut.
They'll try the air now with Locke. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Gerald Everett, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
escape, and he goes down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is long. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. After 1, 7-0. On EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Quit talking about it.
Back to throw. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Corey Littleton has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Pollard And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
Now Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Darren Lee coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Even though they might not find the #1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards on the play, and it's a second down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Oftentimes you say some guys have a knack for creating turnovers. He forced a fumble last week, forces another one.
And one of my good coaching buddies, Frank Delano, always told me, hey, Davis, creating turnovers, it's not as much about skill as it is about desire.
Oh, I thought it was going to be will, because will rhyme with skill.
Come on.
We went with desire. We'll go with desire.
What are you, the rhyme master now?
Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Luck now, 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Here's Lott. He may try and run for this. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Luck now to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. On the draw, it's Pollard. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
You better be afraid of me.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Bullock good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. You know, it's great to be a Pro Bowl quarterback, all-pro wide receiver. Those guys get all the endorsements. But we've seen a lot of guys carve out a great career as a special teams ace.
And it's one of the most important parts of the game. We can talk offense and defense all we want, but the third phase, special teams, that can be the difference between winning and losing. And how about the big play created here? Big-time effort, and that can help his team.
2nd straight week, he's forced a fumble. Throwing on 1st down. Weber. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Weber. Forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Check 4. Check 4.
12, 12, 12. 58's the mic.
Here's Love. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
Hey, 58 is a mic. Smooth.
Wild Bill, Wild Bill. 58, boy.
To throw is Love. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Luck now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Again, Luck. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Luck throwing again. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
5, 6, 5. 58, right there.
Here we go, here we go.
Alert flow, alert flow, alert flow.
On 1st and 10, Luck. They complete it to Hill. Touchdown, Cowboys! A big play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that makes the score 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be, and he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Jalen Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll also wind up being the final play of this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Mike 56, Mike 56. You must be dreaming.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Weber. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Back.
On 1st down, Weber firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to the ground game here, Gurley. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And a short return to the 6-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Check pass. Check out.
After the interception, it's Love. It's Hill, complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A big play here for Dallas. 43 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Pollard. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Ride 40. Second. 52. 12. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic.
Now on 2nd and 16. Luck. And going deep for Hill. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And he pushed it right. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Another carry now for Gurley. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And the Rams first down.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Rotate. Spell. Kill. Orbit.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
56, the move. Check 56. Watch the curl.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Gurley. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
56, right there, 56. Let's go, D.
Again they run with Gurley. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 22 and a first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Back to throw. Weber. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Gurley. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. On 1st down, Love. They'll find Everett there, complete. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
Rip right, rip right. I got you, baby, I got you.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Check out. Watch the 2-7.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Ready.
On second down, Pollard. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a...
And coughed it up. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 30, past the 20, 10, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Check out. 290.
On first down, Pollard. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
Let's get in there. Let's get in there.
And they give this time to the tailback. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
The Cowboys on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is third and 4. Run for Pollard. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. They'll run with Pollard, and he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
Hey, tight end's right.
12.
Hey.
Give it that. Watch it.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
It's third and goal.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it third and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?